Solomon.
Thanks, Deputy Speaker. I second the motion and very happy to speak. I want to start by thanking my friend, the member for Ford, for approaching me to be the co-chair for the Parliamentary Friends of Motorsports. I know how important they are to our community and to Australia more broadly, and it's great to see him as a former competitor, but also my colleagues, a member for Hasluck, who used to ride bikes, the member for McEwen, and also not here, but the member for Spence used to race in the past as well, and I'm sure there's others in the Parliament that once raced. And when I let people know that we're launching this event, there was a lot of interest and a lot of acknowledgement about how important motorsports are to our nation. It's a massive contributor to the NT economy, and I'm very keen to see it grow. And I reject claims that I hear from some from time to time that it's not a real sport. Anyone who's ever been to a competition know the skills required, the hard work, the athleticism that goes into it, not just by the drivers and the riders, but also by their support teams. And we thank the volunteers, because the volunteers who make it all happen, day after day, week after week, around our great nation. It's entertaining, it's thrilling, and it's a huge employer, a big economic boost for our regions. As the member for Ford outlined, the total gross annual output of Australian motorsports is valued at more than $8.6 billion. Now, for the NT, a recent Ernst & Young report put the economic benefit to the NT from motorsports at just under 100 million, but that was without the bikes. So when you add in the bikes, well over 100 million and a huge economic driver. Almost 200,000 Australians participate in motorsports across the board each year, and more than 65,000 people work to make competitions a reality, both in direct jobs and, of course, those vital unpaid volunteer positions. And people do it, Deputy Speaker, because they love it. They love the sport. It's a sport that inspires a tremendous amount of passion and enthusiasm. The other thing worth noting is that motorsports, as the various competitions travel around the country, inject money and excitement into so many small towns. And that's vital for them. The fans spend money on accommodation, on retail, food and drink. The knock-on effects flow through so many other industries, supply chains. In the Northern Territory, from Hidden Valley and my electorate in Darwin, where we have the supercars, but so many other sports, so many other different motorsports, through to the Red Centre Nats and the Fink Desert Race in the Red Centre, Territorians love our motorsports. When there's a competition on, whole place buzzes. Now, the member for Ford and I want to keep that going, to build on it, keep building regional Australia. And we want to see those jobs created and career pathways for future generations, including for the girls and young women, men and women of all ages. There's a job for everyone in motorsports, or a role for everyone in motorsports. And on that note, I visited the Girls on Track Training Day in Darwin recently and saw how much those young girls and the teenagers enjoyed learning about all aspects of motor racing. They really enjoyed it. And this parliamentary friendship group that we've launched is national, so I've been really happy to try and help the efforts at Wakefield Park Raceway about getting that track up and running again. And just this Saturday night just passed, I was pleased to be down in Alice Springs for the NT Motorsports Awards. And these awards, on a bipartisan note, there was the NT Sports Minister, Kate Warden, but also a member of the opposition in the NT, Bill Yan, the member for Namatjira, who's got a strong history in motorsports down there in Alice Springs. Now, I haven't got time to go through all the winners in detail, but I do want to acknowledge them quickly. We had junior official Chantal Fisher, junior rider Aidan Blowers, junior driver River Spitzbath. We had rising star Zach Hannon, volunteer of the year Nina Keys, official of the year Jan Cartwright, administrator of the year Gail Kroonstryver, rider of the year Emma Lovecombe, driver of the year David Ling, event of the year Chariots of Thunder Sprint Car Series, club person of the year Gail Kroonstryver, NT Club of the Year Central Australia Drag Racing, and NT Champion of the Year in the NT, Emma Lavacone. It was a great event. Thanks, Deputy Speaker.